Our conditions remaining mildly bullish in this bull market rank, slipping down to that 25.93. We were up 26 yesterday. As mentioned before, this is just the retracement or the upper line, this momentum line here, as it's starting to flatten and curl back down. It's really been kind of level at these upper lofty locations for quite some time now. That's really the big picture of where we're at in the market, this 20-year time frame right here. We're right at the top of that range, and momentum at the top of the range here as well. If we look at buy-sell ratio, we saw a decent day yesterday, but buy-sell ratio is still holding less than 1.67. Anything less than 1 represents the red above green, and that bears are in control, at least in the current database. Market indices like S&P 500, they can certainly still be moving because they have a little bit different weighting on some of those market indices. This gives us just that big picture of current market internals. We can also get a good idea of that on the sectors tab. If we take a look at sectors, we're seeing a similar confirmation to that, where we've got really a mixture of buys, holds, and sells. We're seeing a little bit stronger. We had 4 here yesterday. Those are starting to transition back into that hold range. Remember that this hold range is essentially a transition, either a transition back into trending at the buy or from upward trend, bullish trends back to a bearish trend. So we do have that overall mixed bag in the sectors as well. Commodities are continuing to bounce here off that 50% retracement with GLD, the ETF for gold, and that retracement zone, that 38250-618 box right here of a swing high point and a swing low point. This is our overall trend direction. This is a retracement of that trend direction where demand can start to come into that in a pullback, in a retracement. So we're seeing some bounce happen right here, some demand coming back in for gold, just not a lot quite yet, at least finding some support here in the shorter term. SLV also in that range, going to chop around right here more than likely as it's deciding to turn that corner and head back up or roll back over to more downside. Also USO, the ETF for oil, really not doing a whole lot right here. It's stuck in that range, really been a choppy 6-8 months for USO. Let's jump back and look at bonds. I always seem to forget that one. SHY, short-term end, short end of that yield curve. We're seeing some bouncing here. That 618, at least it's holding up at that zone, trying to find some more demand for bonds as they're pulling back. Remember, interest rates are going the other direction as bonds are moving lower. So what we want to see is some support right here, and bonds start to move back higher if we want to see the bond market giving some confirmation that they believe that interest rates are flat to coming back down again. Let's look at S&P 500 here. Also, SPY is the ETF symbol for that, getting some support. Now we've got 3 pretty solid days right here, even 4 days at this location now. Looks like pre-market we've got futures up a little bit. Could continue the overall trend on S&P 500 right here as well. We jump over and look at some muscle stocks. Several interesting names here to consider. ADMA in the upper end of that range, giving a good confirmation bar back into momentum. Not a huge volume increase, but the day before, some support right here. Interesting name, high-ranked stock. The moving back into momentum. Those are certainly stocks to be adding and to be considering as they move and show those formations. The other one I wanted to point out was SMTC, which has a similar pattern right here. Not a big increase in volume, but you're getting a move back into that buy zone and also back into momentum. Also keep an eye on some of these names like CLSK and also MARA down here a little bit deeper in the list. These are some of those crypto miners that haven't really moved a lot quite yet here with this Bitcoin move, and they certainly can. They're very volatile names, but this MARA and what was the other one that I said? CLSK, also in that range. So keep an eye on some of those. Those may be some opportunities in that crypto mining space that have yet to really get a big pop. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.